This is the first example in section 1.6, and it reads x is less than or equal to 3. Now you know there's different inequality symbols. Less than or equal to is one of them. Greater than or equal to is also one of them. And then there's less than and greater than. And it's very easy to graph it on the number line as long as you understand how a number line works. So on a number line you have these numbers, 0 up to infinity, and then from 0 down to negative infinity on this side. And the one thing that you have to keep in mind is that on a number line, as you go from left to right, the numbers increase. So as I'm going from left to right, the numbers are getting bigger. So for example, 0, 1, 2, the number 2 is definitely bigger than the number 1. And the number 6 is definitely bigger than the number 2. And so it's growing as you go left to right. Now that also applies to the negative numbers. The number -7 is going to be smaller than the number -3 because you're moving left to right. So if someone asks you, what's a bigger number, -1 or -3? You know that even though -3 sounds bigger, -1 is actually the bigger number. Okay, so back to graphing this inequality. Graphing inequalities is super easy. There's a few simple steps. So the first step to solving an inequality is you find the number on the number line. So this one says x is less than or equal to 3. I'm going to find the 3 and circle it. Now when there's an equal in the inequality, so it's not just less than, it's less than or equal, you actually fill in the circle. If it's only a less than or greater than sign, then you leave the circle hollow. But when you do have these equals, you fill in the circle. It means that that number is included in the solution. And now it says x is every number that's less than or equal to 3. And so we know less is in the left direction. And so we're going to fill in everything going to the left all the way to the arrow. And that's it. That's how you graph x is less than or equal to 3.